First, you are going to need brake bleeder. This is a one-man brake bleeder that you connected to the air compressor. And this is the brake fluid that I'm using. It's a Super Blue Racing High Performance brake fluid made by ATE. This brake fluid is one of the best brake fluids out there. That's better than OEM and better than regular brake fluid that you can buy at the auto parts store. The dry boiling point and the wet boiling point is a lot higher than regular .3.4 brake fluid. This brake fluid is kind of pricey because it's for a racing application, and it lasts a lot longer than regular .3.4 brake fluid that you can get out there on the market. Because the rule of thumb, most manufacturer wants you to bleed the brake system out once every 2 years. But this, when you use this brake fluid, you only gonna need to do it once every 4 years. So it lasts a lot longer than regular brake fluid. So you need to make sure that your e-brake is off before you start bleeding the brake. The rule of thumb is you want to bleed the brake fluid out from the brakes that far from the master cylinder, which is rear passenger, and the second, the driver side rear, third one, the passenger front, and the last is the driver side front. That's the rule of thumb. You're also going to need 5/16 box end wrench so you can loosen this nipple right here to bleed the brake out. Before getting started, you need to loosen the brake reservoir cap. Now you gotta put this wrench on. Put this on and loosen it. Just loosen a little bit and then hit the trigger. Now keep pulling the brake fluid while tying the nipple back in. It'll keep the air from going back into the system. Then you gotta go to the front. See, it's dropping down. Now you gotta fill the reservoir up with the brake fluid. Top it off and bleed a little bit more. Pour some more in. And put the cap on, but don't tighten it. Just leave it on like that. Then you come back to the back and bleed it out just a little bit more. When you tighten the nipple back, make sure you keep pressing on the nozzle, and then tighten the nipple. On this side, you do the same thing. Loosen the nipple and hit the trigger. Now the third one is the passenger front. You do the same thing. Break it loose and hit the trigger. Tighten the nipple. This is the last side that you're gonna do, which is the driver front. And after that, you'll be done. Do the same thing. And as a reminder, don't forget to keep topping off the brake fluid every time you bleed each wheel. Top it off. and then close the lid tight, and then pump the brake. Make sure you can pressure on your brakes. Just pump the brakes a couple times, 3 or 4 times, that's fine. Got pressure. And then come back to the brake reservoir again, double check the level. So it's right there, looks good. That's it, it's done.